Hello and welcome everyone to our live stream on discovering money as your master guide. Let's take a deep breath together. Discovering money as our master guide. Whew! Yeah, it's a big one, isn't it? Take a nice deep breath again. I've been feeling all of the energies that this has been bringing in and opening up and actually bringing to light today, as I have felt into you and our collective field. And it's happening big time again now. So yes, that means that we are ripe for awareness and for shift in our relationship with this energy, and for the next step of what we are interested in bringing in our lives, which is more of us, which means there's more of everything, including our abundance. So thank you for being here. Thank you for opting into courageously into a fairly sticky subject. For most of us, many of us, lots of the planet, money is pretty funky. I don't know very many people, though I do know a few, for whom money is an absolutely clear, singular, pristine energy, which is actually what it really is. For most of us, when I say, and just feel into this for a minute, if you've been tracking with me through some of the Money Minute videos or the posts that we've been sharing together, this will be familiar in a new way. Feel into when I say, what does money mean to you? And just notice your body. Keep breathing. Notice your thoughts. Notice your emotions, how it makes you feel. And you know, if that just lights you up like a bright summer day where you're doing your favorite thing without a care in the world, man, you're good to go, right? Or your other favorite place to be where you're in your happy space, the sweet spot, life is good, completely peaceful, fully connected with all that you are. If it's anything less than that, yes, that means it's here to guide us toward that thing. So again, what does money mean to you? What is it for you in your life? What does it bring into your awareness? This is where money is poised to be our master guide. And it's also where all of that stuff that we just tuned into actually has nothing to do with money, and has everything to do with us and everything that we want to know and be and experience and discover and live as the all that we are. And these constrictions that are showing up through the guide of money have the possibility of being here as the very thing that leads us to what we want. Now, whew. Oh, good. I love it. Oh, good. Yes, please. This is a great example. One of our participants has chimed in the chat with, I fear I'll never have enough, let alone massively awesome abundance. Yeah. Okay. Whew. Can you guys feel that? It's like a vice grip right on the heart center. Like at the root of what I really want is just to have enough and to just have this joyful, free, abundant life. And I'm afraid that'll never happen. How many of us can relate to that? Yeah. Anything else that it brings up? Felt like my belt was squeezing me like a boa constrictor. Oh God, you guys are brilliant. Yes, right? Isn't it amazing? All we have to do is say, hey, what's money like for you? And we choke, and we feel like our air's being cut off, and we're getting squeezed, and we go into fear, we go into all kinds of things. Yeah, what else does it bring up for you? This is actually the perfect starting place. This is where our lives are guiding us. This is where all of, not the problem is, but all of the gold is. All of the abundance is in everything that we're bringing forward right now. When we say, how does money make you feel? What does it bring up for you? Okay, take another nice deep breath. And this is what we're going to be with, and this is what we're going to shift, guys, because it's time. Beautiful. Anything else? I'll just feel into you guys too, and into myself. So one of the things that comes up is somebody can do something to me, has some kind of power over me, or I have either power or powerlessness if I have money or if I don't. If I have money, I have the power to do what I want, to go where I want, to have the freedom that I want. I have power. I have choice. It actually feels like, if I have money, I have choice. True enough, right? That's actually true in our world. Okay, there's another one. Good. Let's feel into what else comes up for us around money. So some of you are showing me conflict between people that you care about, yourself and somebody else. What comes up for you around money is that. Yeah, or this. Easier just to go with symbols. Keep breathing. Good. Our first step is to be with all of this, and there's a lot here. Yeah. Anything else that money brings up for you? A lot of judgment, and a lot of judgment around the way that money is handled in the world. A lot of disappointment. Yeah, jadedness, feeling cynical. Money brings a lot of that up. Yes, avoiding having to deal with it, right? Like, why would we want to deal with it? Look at how it makes us feel. Why do I want to have to deal with money? It's like, duh. Let's keep going. This is good. Let's just dive into this, like kids who like playing in mud right now. Like, how messy can we get with money and all of the things that it brings up? Anger, right? Makes you mad. It makes you mad the way the system is built around money and the people that have money and control things. Like, just look at governments and lobbying. Whoo! Okay, here's another good one. I often avoid thinking about it if I just trust and hope it will be okay. That's good. It's sort of like, I will just hand this away and let's just see what the energies that be do with it. Yeah, that's a good one too, right? If I just don't think about it, I think it will be fine. Oh, I love you guys. That's so good. Thank you for that. Yeah. What else? Let's get in the mud, guys. We may as well, right? It's here. And as we know, things have actually less power over us, less constriction when we look at them directly. This is another way that money is guiding us. So our first exploration in play right now is simply to look at what it brings up for us. Yeah, it's high time to be all that we are and to have the urge to be that without the drama. Peaceful and joyful. Oh my God, yes. Money brings up the drama, does it not? And it's high time for it not to. It's high time to actually be what we are without all of the constrictions that come around this thing called money. I am so with you on that. Yeah. Keep breathing, guys. Nice deep breath. Beautiful. When we approach things with consciousness, and feel free to just keep chiming in anything that comes up for you. I love that. Yes, oh my goodness, what's wrong with me if others have it and I don't? There's where it keys into our sense of worth, our sense of self-judgment, that it's clear that somebody else is getting something right if they have money, and I'm not getting it right if I don't. So we have the judgments of right and wrong, of good and bad, and of the morality, which is interesting because we play both sides of that coin. A lot of times we'll look at people that have a lot or that are doing certain things with their money and we'll think, well, you're not a very good person. Look at you and all that money. And at the same time, we feel like we're not as good if we don't have. Better not to have it or someone will take it away. Okay, good. Yeah. Okay, good. Oh my goodness. Yes. And by the way, like when I looked at that thing you guys were just pointing out with money, also, we feel the same thing around our bodies. If there's something going on with our body, our health will be like, well, there must be something I'm not getting right here. Because if I were doing it right, I wouldn't have pain and I wouldn't have health challenges and I wouldn't have anything going on with my body. Yeah? Or if I were doing my life right, I'd be in a super supportive, healthy, happy relationship. Take a deep breath. Yeah. And money brings it all up, does it not? Like money brings up our stuff around our worth. We just looked at that. It brings up our fears and our anxieties. It brings up our sense of morality and all the different sides of the coin that we can judge looking at money through a certain lens. Yeah. It's amazing. Can you feel, let's be with this for just a second, how powerful it is that it brings up all of those things at once? Do you think it has our attention? Do you think money is good at getting our attention? Yeah, it is. And the beautiful thing in consciousness, as we approach our lives consciously, as we wake up to what we are and why we're here and what's really going on, we get to have this dual way of being, which is that we be fully present, which means basically loving, with everything that's up for us. So Leslie just said, having too much will bring judgment and difficulties to me. Yeah, like, well, that's going to be the bad news, right? Because we just were looking at all the horrible things associated with money and how bad it feels. Why would we want to have a lot of that? Why? Why would any normal, happy, healthy person choose to have more of the thing that feels bad and that has all kinds of judgments and projections placed onto it? Why would we do that? We wouldn't do that, would we? Or would we? Nice deep breath again. Again, keep going, guys. I love where you're headed. So, and I'll just keep talking with you. This is what this is about, right? We are creating this together. We're actually dreaming up a new reality around money together tonight, which is really cool. So one of my beautiful shamanic dreaming teachers, Robert Moss, loves to say, we should look at our waking lives more symbolically and our dream life more literally. So for just a minute, take a look at what we're looking at as if you were dreaming it. I'm dreaming about this horrible thing called money. And the way that if I don't have it, I'm not very good. And the way that if I do have it, I'm not very good. The way that I feel fearful if I don't have it. But I'm afraid if I have too much, it'll bring some kind of bad thing to my life. Wow! Like, what are we dealing with? If you had that dream, and it wasn't actually your life, and you dreamed those things, you'd go, what's with that? That's actually worth taking a look at, because I think there's something very interesting going on there. Yeah. Oh, I love this. Hoping I can hang in there until we no longer have a monetary system. Okay, you know what? That's where we're going to go together. Because this actually isn't about money. And that's what I was just starting to get to, which is super, super cool. So, you guys are awesome. So, in consciousness, we always approach things from two sides that bring us to a singular unified point. And this is the amazing thing about living consciously and about waking up. And I'm just going to say, as far as I'm concerned, it's the only way to get anywhere with anything. We can think through stuff forever. We can solve problems with our minds. We can do all kinds of stuff. But this approach of consciousness is what frees us from the things that have us bound. And because money presents so many constrictions, it is poised as the perfect guide to lead us into the freedom of the consciousness that we are. So let's just receive it as the guide that it is. And I'll say more about that because I know that right now we've got both things going on. Like, why would I want the evil thing to guide me? Fair enough. We're going to unpack that some more. Okay, so in consciousness, we first be present with all the stuff that our human reality, our being human lives bring up for us. I never advocate saying, that's just illusion. It's not real. You don't even have to look at it. Well, that's not true. Actually, a lot of times I do advocate that. That's actually a beautiful approach. Let's just say if something's getting our attention with a lot of constriction, which in this case is this is the thing that we're noticing about money. It's actually asking for our attention and our presence, because our attention, meaning our presence, is the thing that changes it completely and opens up new options that we didn't even know were there. So the first thing that we get to do is bring our own consciousness to awareness, to find out who we are around this subject of money. We get to bring that to light, because as we bring it to light, it's going to show us what we believe. Now, interestingly, we usually feel like the world is proving what we believe. And this is such a fun consciousness thing to notice. It's like, if I believe that money is the root of all evil, if I believe that if I have money, bad things will happen, if I believe that if I don't have money, I'm not worth as much as other people, the world will show me that that's true. Now, is it proving that what I believe is true? Or is it mirroring that to me to show me what I believe. Because beliefs are beliefs. No belief is more true than another. It's simply a belief. A belief is an energy that helps create our thoughts and our choices and our lives. So what the world is showing to us is what we believe about money. In other words, is money showing us what's true about money, or is money showing us what we believe about money? Take a nice deep breath. Yeah, that's good. And the beautiful part, another deep breath. The beautiful part about that is that when we begin to see what we believe, we start to have options. If our beliefs are out of view and they're in the subconscious realm and they're affecting all of our thoughts, our choices, our reactions, our feelings, our emotional field, they're like a powerful generator engine, but we don't even know what they are. We're not actually capable of seeing that we have other options. So the first thing to do is to notice, this thing that money is showing me, like it's showing me that it's evil, it's showing me that I'm not worth anything if I don't have it. It brings me to fear because why? I'm going to not survive or be safe or be able to provide for the people that I love. Is it actually showing me what's true about money, or is it showing me what I believe? Okay, and then we soften and be present with what it's showing us. This is where the consciousness practice comes in. First thing we do is we notice. We go, oh, just like we just did. We looked at this together as we were looking at the things that money brings up for us. And we notice, we go, oh man, that totally lights up for me around money. Yeah, that does. Okay, I'm going to notice that and I'm going to be present with it. That's the first thing that we do. Next, we go ahead and be with the energetic truth. And when I say energetic, what I'm talking about is what's behind the form or the reality that we're perceiving. Always before something is in form, there is energy that informs it, turns it into form. And always there is a truth and a spaciousness to the energy that's here that comes into form that we get to be present with. And this back here is that it actually has nothing to do with money. So first, we be present with the fears that money brings up. We be present with our beliefs about money. We look at those things, we notice them, we sit neutrally with them. And then we also hold in presence this understanding, this awareness, this more accurate word. What if it has nothing to do with money? All this stuff that I feel about money, I'm going to say it again because you're just coming with me energetically now. All this stuff I believe and feel and experience about money. Yeah, I do. I believe that. I feel it. I experience it. And what if it has nothing to do with money? And how could it have nothing to do with money if it's money? Okay, well, that brings us to what is money? What is it? Money is an amazing thing to me. I was looking at this week. And by the way, guys, if you have any questions, as we're going along, feel free to put them into the chat. I'll be happy to address it. So that's awesome. Looking at what is money. Okay, so we were looking, when I asked you, what does money make you feel? What does it bring up for you? We got all of our experiences that we've had with money, our projections onto money, which are sometimes individual and oftentimes also collective. We got our awareness of how we perceive money functions in the world. We probably also got a bunch of awarenesses that are not just from what we would call this lifetime, but from other lifetimes, which, by the way, are all now, because everything is now. So to me, they're parallel. They're not really past or future. And those energies will also inform what we're perceiving now because they're with us. They're active. Everything is now. Our awareness is here. So in what we're doing at the moment. So what is money? First of all, money is a pile of projections of all the things we were just looking at. It has become what I would say one of the most powerful imposters of power in our culture and in our world. So that question, and I'm going to leave that one for another time, but to look at what is power. Yeah, there's more to that one. Just like, yeah, what is that? What is that? Perhaps one of the most important things to look at with that right now is that power is where we say it is. Power is where we say it is. Acknowledging the human reality of when we experience powers that feel external to us, and also the energetic truth that power is where we say it is. Take a nice deep breath. Gosh, I love you guys so much. We're amazing creating this new dream around money together. What begins to shift when we look at things with these two basic approaches in consciousness, which is, I'm going to be present with everything that my life, my experience, my human being the God in form that I am, the God aspect in embodiment. It's all God. The part that's shown to me in that dimension, and knowing that there is something before that. This part over here, this reality that informs us, what if we turn the volume up on that? And in so doing, we get to actually see money for the energy that it is. It's creative. It's powerful. It is a means of motion and flow. Take a nice deep breath. So, money's magic to me. It can appear and disappear in an instant. When you look at things like cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin and others, when you look at things like the stock market or housing prices or all kinds of things, it can literally, like a balance on something can be thousands or millions of dollars different in a few moments. It's like playing with air. It moves in so many ways. It moves through plastic. It moves through paper and coins. It moves through online transactions that are just actually like zeros and ones. And we hinge our whole survival, for the most part, on this thing that moves around like air. Okay. So it's time to dive in. And again, let me know if you have any questions. So those two things, right? Things are in form and they're real. And they're completely illusory. And the thing that's behind the form is the real thing. Both things true. They do not reconcile. They're both true. Next thing to be with. Everything is here to serve if we let it. And I feel like for most of us tuned in right now, that's actually not a new idea. It's something that you're comfortable with because you've seen it so many times in your life. But when it gets down to something like, you know what? My dog is, hypothetically, my dog, say, needs this treatment in order to stay alive, and I don't actually have enough money to do it. And I love my dog. And think of your own circumstance, right? Where money has really put the grip on you. You know, it wasn't okay with you. It wasn't okay that you couldn't pay that bill. It wasn't okay that you didn't know where the groceries were going to come from. It wasn't okay that you had to live in a situation where maybe you didn't feel completely safe or secure because that's all you could afford. It wasn't okay that you had to decide between things that were basically essential to you because you didn't have enough money for everything that you need. It wasn't okay that there was your heart's desire to do something and you wanted to choose it and everything in you was yes, 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 but you knew that somehow you were going to take a hit and suffer if you chose your heart's desire because the money wasn't there. Those things aren't okay with us, are they? So in premise, when I say everything's here to serve, we go, yeah. And then when we start looking at the things that don't feel so good, really? Are they here to serve? And are they serving in that moment, or are they only serving later when we kind of get it, when we look back and things feel better? Okay, take a nice deep breath. And the reason I bring this up, and you can feel how that raises a lot of content for most of us, a lot of stuff. It's actually, it's almost an abusive idea. This thing that's hurting you, this is here for your own good. We heard that one, didn't we? It's for your own good. No. Pain is not for my own good. Okay, so the thing is, when we open up again, so that, remember the two realities we talked about that are going on? The one here that's in form, that is not okay with things hurting, not being right, all that stuff, and the one here that's okay with everything? Truly, what we truly are, and we're this too, what we truly are, but this informs this, remember? Informs. When we soften into what's here, it's not that suddenly wrong things become right. It's that we have a whole different perspective on them, a completely different relationship with them, and we make different choices from a completely different energy. So what if we could hold open the possibility that everything is here to serve us, including our constrictions around money? It's an option. And if we don't know that's an option, it's not really an option, is it? Because options that we can't see actually don't exist. So, if we want this to be an option, we just get to hold open the possibility of it being an option, which it is. And next, after that, is that our reflexive experiences to stuff, our constrictions, are now going to become our options. I love options too. Options, more options, please. That just came through the chat. I love options. I love options too. And there are so many. Okay. So, along the line of options, a friend of mine was telling me about an author that has written a book and has a list of, I think it was 240 or 50 ways, something like that, that money can show up apart from a job. So she started making her own list, and she'd got up to like 54 of ways that money can show up besides a job. And she said the interesting thing was money just started appearing. Somebody handed them an envelope with $2,000 in it. I was like, what? And she said, well, you know, and she could find some reasons. I have to say they were kind of nebulous, but it did happen. And bunches of other things happened. She just got 2 gift cards for $50 of groceries in the mail. For doing nothing. So things do show up, and it's hard for us to believe that it can be that magical and that easy when we are fully in the constriction of our beliefs, experiences, and feelings, which is why it's important to have both. We're not going to discount this. We're not going to dishonor this. We are going to move into where the options are, and that's where we can see more. Yeah? Okay. Beautiful. Because in this sense, you know, what if money is actually our master guide in disguise? And I know that some of you saw that in some of the material that came forward, which was, how could it not be when it lights up so many aspects of our consciousness? The things that we talked about before. How could it not be our guide? So I started looking at, what is it we really want? And why is it that money is the thing that points us to it? What is it we really want? Okay, so we looked first at that question of, what does money bring up for you? Yeah? I know that exercise. Great, Kelly, go for it. It's amazing. It's magical. And it just starts opening stuff up. Absolutely. Yeah. What do we really want? And this is my next part of the energy to open up. What is it that's most important to us? What is it we want in our lives that we're here for? What do we want? What do we want? You know what's really interesting is a lot of times when we ask that question, we don't actually know the answer. We're like, what do I want? What is it, the basic thing that we want? And now let's just narrow it down, because there's so many answers. It's really fun. I'm just feeling you guys' hearts go, oh. And now let's imagine, as we play with this, that what we want is everywhere, because it is. So we get to dream and imagine really big. What do I want? What do I want? And then start looking at the things that pop in for you. What's really important to you? What's really important to you? So I'll start with a couple of the things that came to me. Yeah, we want ourself. Oh my God. Well, yes, that's actually the whole thing, isn't it? That's the whole thing that we want. We want that which we truly are. We want to wake up to it. We want to live it. We don't want it to be behind the veil. We don't want to have it sometimes. Because when we say we want ourself, and thank you for that, Melissa, what is it we want? What is ourself? What is that? What is the nature? What's the true nature of what we are? And here's where it's so cool, you guys, because everything that money points us to is so that thing. It's strange, but it is. Check it out. Yeah, check it out. Money gives us choices and freedom. It does, right? In the way the world is set up. If you have a lot of money, you have a lot of choices of what you can do with it. If you have less money, you have fewer choices, or at least that's the belief system. One way to look at it. One of the ways that we sometimes get trapped in with money a little bit is, it's where I have my freedom and my choices. You know what? What we are freedom. We are pure choice. That's what we're here doing, choosing. That's what we are. That's one of the infinite aspects of the God self that we are. We are freedom and we are choice. Take a nice deep breath and let's dream this into being together. Okay, dream it into being and start from the inside out. This is where we no longer let the external definitions of money and everything about that inform us. What's our source of information? Information. Oh, this is good. So are we going to be informed by the stock market report, the real estate market, interest rates, our bank account balance? Is that what we are going out here to allow to inform us? Or are we going to be informed by the truth of what we are? Freedom and choice. And what else? You know what? Another thing that we are? Peace. So how often do the constrictions around money, are they actually related to lack of peace and stress? Okay? Great. It's got our attention and it's informing us this way, and we're going to turn that around and we're going to inform it from what we are, and we're going to allow what's informed us here to point us to what we truly are. Peace. Yeah, and you're going like, how do we do that? How do we do that? I'm getting there. Okay. They stay with me. You guys are so awesome. Good. So things that we look to money for: freedom, choice, peace. What else? Yeah, security, safety. Yeah, like if I have enough, I'm safe, I'm secure. I will let this thing out here that I have externalized my power to decide when and where and how I am secure and safe. Ooh, interesting, yeah? Because it actually feels like it works that way. But does it? Inside out again, guys. Okay, so there are probably more of those. I'm going to go with those right now, and we're going to move into opening up some energies that bring that in for you, and then we'll get into some more nitty-gritty specifics. Okay, I'm just feeling, I want to feel with you guys for a little bit, be with you. If this is making you cry, because you know I just don't feel like it's going to be okay, and it's not, there isn't enough, and I'm still so worried, will you please go ahead and let yourself have that? And know that there is so much loving compassion right here in this huge space that we all are together, that sees that and loves that and also moves beyond it. Yeah, health. Money can bring health. You can buy organic. You can get the things that your body requires, or the, whether it's, gosh, it could be anything, the membership at the gym, or the, all the stuff. Health. Adventure and leisure. Yeah. Beautiful. Dreaming into what's important. And notice, again, everything that comes up, it shows us what we are. We are health and wholeness. We are adventure. We are leisure. Oh, so beautiful. Yeah, I'm just going to be with you guys a little bit more and everything that this brings forward for you. And then we'll continue dreaming into being that which we are and let it inform our relationship with money, our being, our world with money. I can't say enough how much whatever this brings up for you is guiding you. Whatever has your attention is your guide. If we are willing, when it comes up as a constriction, particularly something that gets our attention over and over, or that's fairly powerful, it's asking for us. And in the choice to respond to that with our presence, we're giving us us. So for the moment, this is beautiful. Yeah, I got that. Okay, so self-actualization and the parts of the education and the access that require money. Yeah, and that can make us sad. Okay, beautiful. So now let's all be with anything that it brought up, both the dream, you have your choice here because we're all in different places, and of course, which is beautiful. If it's brought up a constriction or a concern or challenge, if it's brought up a joy and a dream, we're all going to give our collective attention to this right now, individually, you with yourself. So this is an exercise in profound presence. In a sense, it's the do nothing exercise because we have no agenda and we require nothing, and we will be fully present with what's here. And we're doing this collectively with the power of all of us together. So each of us is looking at our own aspect that this has brought forward. And I'd like you to breathe and allow yourself to center right into your heart. It's almost like just allowing your head to just drop down right into your heart. Every breath opens up space from the inside out, and you drop deeper while you expand more. And you drop deeper while you expand more. Beautiful. And I'd like you to give yourself this affirmation in this moment. I am what I seek. And say that to yourself. Out loud is great if you're in a place where you can do that. I am what I seek. I am what I seek. I am what I seek. And I would like for you to ask this that you seek and that you are to show itself to you in a way that you haven't yet seen. To show itself to you in a way that you haven't yet seen, and also to guide you deeper on the path and farther on the path toward it. I'm going to look at this. Yeah, dropping into the heart. That's great. Moving out of the thinking into the being and into the presence. Let's thank all of the energies that our thinking brought forward, because it brought a lot forward. And now there's nothing to do. And there's nothing to figure out. There's nothing to be that we aren't already. Feel your feet, the bottoms, the soles of your feet. Feel them connecting, like with huge power cords, down deep into the nourishment of the earth, stretching down. Whoo. 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 And now you allow your awareness, simply invite it to move spaciously in 360 degrees. gets lighter, more open, lighter, more open, lighter, and more open. I'm going to do a little bit of sound that is for our hearts. There has been so much heart constriction that has come up through the conversation, which is fantastic because the heart is a master guide. And as we have brought up any of this information that has been constrictive around our hearts, now is the time to just let that melt. This is going to be like melting dark chocolate. It's soft and easy and delicious. It's okay if it's messy. A little heart tone for you with the abundance spell. Hobbit toes, I love that. Yeah. Deep grounding. Some angel notes for the awareness. Beautiful. And just allow the sound to soften and carry your awareness now. All the stuff we were thinking about, we don't have to think about. We're moving into dreamland now, where the magic happens. Conversation has brought forward for you. It's almost like saying, thank you, body. Thank you, mind, for bringing it all to my awareness. And now I set it out here on this downy, soft bed of presence and awareness. and I be with you. Maybe you pick something that you wrote about. Maybe you pick what your dream and your joy is. And you're present with it from the space of what you truly are, which is this peace, this abundance, this awareness, this health, vibrancy. So whatever that is that came up for you, bring that forward into presence now. And let the sound swirl and mix and touch and vibrate with that. Just let it happen. And let your heart hum, I love you. I love you. I love you. Take a nice deep breath. And notice the space of you now. Notice what it feels like around that belt in the middle or in your heart. Yeah. What you are. That you feel there, that spaciousness, that's you. This is the clearest and most direct route that I know to waking up, to having ourselves, is our presence. And the things that get our attention invite us into presence. And it's actually so simple and so powerful. Now, the things around money and some of the things that we looked at, they get our attention in really profound ways because they point at other things that have been placed onto money. Those things tend to be ways that that relationship with money mirrors other relationships in our lives. It tends to be ways that other fears show up. Fear of survival, of not making it, of dying, of being separate from what we are. Because that's what the fear of death is. Ultimate separation from what we are. I've never said it that way. That's really interesting. It points us at the ways that we broker power in the world, which are the ways that we feel unsafe and not secure, that impact our worth and our sense of manipulation or power over those kind of relationships that are acted out in life. Money points us at all of those. And the answer to everything is our presence. And sometimes more awareness with that of what's actually going on for us. So that is what we're going to dive into in a class that I'm offering starting next week. A 3-week class. I'm going to put, oh my goodness, as much in there as possibly could be, and make it as affordable with as much that you can gain out of it individually and collectively as possible. So I'd love to tell you about it. I'll be brief. It's 3 weeks where we will look at those aspects around relationship, worth, fear, power, morality, the good and bad, all of it. We'll go deep. We'll get to unpack it for you individually and collectively. With those live streams, there's always a replay available. You are going to get an extended sound alchemy transmission that is created specifically for this class, with the energies that allow you to easily move from constriction to flow with money in your life. And you also get a one-on-one energetics of abundance session, 15 minutes with me. Everybody gets an individual one, so you can really pinpoint where your biggest hooks are, and also the tool that and the awareness and the way of being that will be the most helpful for you in freedom. So 3 interactive group live streams, an extended sound alchemy transmission, and an individual session. So, I mean, I kind of opened that up. It's like the live streams, that's a $97 value. And the sound alchemy transmissions, those extended ones, are usually $37. The one-on-one session for 15 minutes is $57. All of that adds up to $191. But you get it for $97 unless you register before Friday, and you get it for $77. Which makes me really happy because it's so affordable and it's going to bring so much. You guys, I can see us before opening up our relationship with money this way, which is actually our relationship with ourselves and awakening to what we are, and after, as we be with so much presence and compassion and energy and the support and the play and the opening together. I can see it, the before and the after, and it's magical and it's amazing. And it's my great gift to be able to be the guide. And I think I owned it up front in several of the things that I've shared. It is my life that has guided me to offer this to you. I have gone through so many constrictions around money, around literally like suddenly just going along, living, being able to pay for everything, to suddenly that's completely different. Around the relationships of power over with people and things that have surprised me so much, that have just rocked my world and made me go, what the fuck? Sorry for that, but it's so true. And I got to really be with the ways that I've been handing my power over in relationships around money or anything having to do with it. I've gotten to be with what it means to look at, is it true that my survival hinges on this thing? So many things. I mean, it's just been the most beautiful thing. It kept me up at night. One night, it really kept me up. Not very much, but not many nights, but this one night it did. And I went, this has my attention so fully, it must be here for me. It must be here for me in such a big way. So those energies that I have unpacked at lightning speed, because that's what we do when we're waking up now, I am ripe to share with everybody. I want everybody to have what I have had coming through this, and I want you to have it an easier way than I got it. I mean, we get to have it however it's going to show up. Yeah, and so if it's showing up this way, or if we have, like I said, if you're just clear and easy and free and money is just joy and clarity for you, then you don't need this. Yeah, you're good. And if it's not in any way, it's here for you. And that's why this class is here for you. Because if money's showing up like that for you, it's showing up for you. And we are looking for the ways to be with it that are different, that the options that we don't know, and they don't exist until we know that they're there. And then when they are, we are empowered. And this is about waking up to what we are and owning the power that we are, which is the only power that is. And I can tell you what, it's actually not money. But money sure is a kick-ass guide. So I'll be sending out information about that. And actually I can put it here. Oh yeah, the WTF moments. Absolutely. I'm just going to list this in the chat. So So, and again, it's like $191 of stuff for $77 if you opt in at the early bird price, which is a 60% savings. And I love to make it affordable and accessible to as many people as possible. So that's what it's here for. And please feel free, as you get the recording, you're all on the list, you'll get the recording of the live stream. Please feel free to share it with people that you think it might benefit. And if this is enough, like if you got everything you needed out of the live stream, great. I mean, I trust that. And if you don't feel like, again, you're totally 100% clear, open, happy, joyful, free, clean and clear on around money, this is an amazing opportunity to just have what you want around it, which is you. And then I must tell you one more thing, which is that I am co-leading a journey to Bali with my dearly beloved friend Ken La, and our due date for payments is tomorrow. And it feels to me that there is someone listening who is meant to be on the journey with us, and that's come in for me and for him and for others that are on the trip. Like, I keep seeing somebody else. If that somebody else is you, do get in touch with me right away. It is a soul transformative journey. It's one of the most powerful things that I possibly could offer. And it's, again, my great joy to share it with you. So that one you can find out here. You in Bali. And we will be, it's all sacred ceremony, ritual with shamans, high priests and priestesses, and healers that are not available to Westerners. So yes, come to Bali with Ariana. Oh, so good, Belinda. I'm glad you love Bali. I love Bali too. This is a journey truly like no other. I can't even begin to describe it, except that what I know that for me, it was giving me what I'd been asked. It gave me what I was asking for all my life and didn't know that I wanted. Gifts that were that precious to my soul, and soul retrieval pieces that went back so far and so deep. I didn't ever think that they would be with me again. So quite profound and tremendously beautiful. I bring the bowls along with, and we have sound alchemy transmissions as part of the trip that integrate and support and love on you. So. And I'm so excited once our class is created to offer this this powerful energetics of abundance sound alchemy for you guys too. So if you know that you're in the class, know that as that is created, you are helping to create it so that it is perfect for you in every way. Oh, and by the way, okay, so just as an example, somebody who's on the trip who did not have money to go on the trip, just want you to know, didn't have the money. Actually, somebody that she had met at a retreat that I gave in Banff, and she spoke to maybe twice, gifted her the trip because she wanted to, because she believed in her, and that showed up for her. Isn't that amazing? So if you're sitting here going, well, there's no way to do that because of, open it up, right? What if you have no idea? And this is that thing. We love options, right? Make your list. What are all the ways that money can show up that have nothing to do with the way that I think money can show up, okay? Or that we've ever thought that money could show up. Let the creativity begin. Let the collective dreaming of this new reality around money begin, because it's ours, guys, and we're bringing it in. That's what we're here for. Yes, this class is here for each of us, and we are here through this class to bring it in for the planet a new way. We're done with that old paradigm. I know we are. We all know we are. So co-creation are us. Oh my goodness, you guys. I love you all so much. Thank you for being with me here tonight. Thank you for your presence, your comments, your questions, and especially everything that you are. I am so, so blessed by your presence. Yeah. My heart is beaming at yours right now. This is beautiful, beautiful beaming. Thank you guys so much. And I will see you in the class because it's going to be amazing. Thanks, guys. Have a great night.